Meet the Williams. This is Elspeth. This is Mummy. Daddy has been out on his bicycle. Again.
What a lovely sunny day it is. I bet Daddy has had a great bike ride this morning. For a change.
It doesn't look like it, I'm afraid.
Oh dear, Daddy, you're soaking. Was it raining when you were on your bike ride?
No, it was lovely weather, but I ran into a bit of a problem.
What happened?
Well, I was having a great ride and was getting a bit peckish, so thought I'd take a shortcut to my favourite cafe. You know, the one that does that delicious chocolate cake. But it turns out the shortcut was across a bit of a river. I didn't think it would be a problem if I just pedalled really fast.
And then?
Well, it turns out that rivers can be quite deep sometimes.
Oops.
I got soaked, and the worst of it is that all of the cookies I had in my pockets, for energy, got all soggy and ruined.
That probably wasn't the best idea. You can't really get across rivers that way. That's why there are bridges. Although it does remind me of a story in the Bible when amazingly people were able to get across the sea without a bridge.
Wow!
Oh yes, is this the story of Moses?
Yes, it is.
Isn't Moses the person we spoke about a few weeks ago? The baby who was found in a basket on the River Nile?
Yes, that's the one. Well, when Moses grew up, God had told him to lead the Israelites out of Egypt, where they'd become slaves under the rule of Pharaoh. Moses asked Pharaoh to let the Israelites leave Egypt to go and offer sacrifices to God out in the wilderness. It took a long time before Pharaoh agreed, but eventually he let them go.
What happened then?
Well, after he let them go, Pharaoh realised he'd lost all those who had been working so hard for him, so he decided to go after them with his army.
Oh no, that sounds scary. Did they catch them?
Well, they got to where the Israelites were camped near the Red Sea.
Well, they can't have escaped from them then. If I've learnt anything this morning, it's that you can't walk through that much water.
I think the story might surprise you, Daddy, because Moses and the Israelites did escape from the Egyptians.
That's impossible.
No, Daddy, haven't you learned that with God, nothing is impossible?
Tell me then, how did Moses cross the Red Sea? Did he swim?
No.
No.
Did he row?
No.
No.
Did he fly?
No, 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 no.
Did he ride?
No.
No.
Did he run?
No.
No.
Well, how did he get across?
Well, do you remember when we talked before about having faith?
Oh, yes. That was when we talked about Noah.
That's right, Elspeth. Noah had faith.
Oh, and Abraham.
Yes, and Abraham too.
And Joseph.
Yes, I was just about to say him.
Well, Moses had so much faith that he knew God would rescue them from the Egyptians, so he did exactly what God commanded him.
What did God ask him to do?
Well, in the Bible, it says that God told Moses to raise his staff and stretch out his hand over the sea to divide the water so that the Israelites could go through on dry ground. So Moses raised his staff towards the sea, and do you know what happened?
Oh, Mummy, don't keep us in suspense.
Well, when he raised his staff, the Red Sea parted so that the Israelites could walk right through it on dry ground, just as God had said.
Whoa, that must have been amazing to see. But there's a problem.
What's that, Daddy?
Well, surely the Egyptians would just have walked through right after them.
The story doesn't end there, Daddy. The Bible tells us that the Egyptians did follow them, but God rolled the sea back over them and they were all washed away.
Wow. Moses must have had so much faith to know that God could do that.
That's the amazing thing about faith. God told Moses to do something that sounded impossible. But Moses had the faith to trust God and did exactly as he said. And that's how the Israelites were saved that day.
Wow, what an amazing story. Right, I'm off to the cafe. That chocolate cake won't eat itself.